everyone, welcome back. I'm so happy you're here, and of course I hope everyone has an amazing day so far. For everyone who is new here, welcome. My name is Janny and I'm doing this all about Christmas channel. On this channel you will find lots and lots of seasonal decor DIYs and daily decor DIYs. If you like this content and you're not subscribed to my channel, of course I hope you will click the red subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. It would help my channel a lot to grow and it doesn't cost you anything. So for now, of course, let's jump into our new inspiration for today. And you see already on the table, everything is ready for a new DIY. I am going to use the smaller tumbling tower blocks. I have my wood glue. You can use some hot glue or any other glue. Of course, I have here some paint, but I think I'm going to use a couple of different kind of colors. Of course, my little container with all my pieces I have here, some scissors, cutters, brushes, a pencil, some markers, everything. And of course, my old saucer with a piece of old kitchen towel which is wet to wipe away the glue. These are the main things we need for this DIY because we are going to make a very easy DIY. We are going to make our own Christmas village, but of course for the season. So I hope you take out your tumbling tower blocks too and do this DIY together with me right now. We are going to start with, of course, 5 pieces of our blocks, and we are going to do it very easy. We just do some glue on the side. And this is number 3, and place them immediately against each other so your glue is not running down. And again, squeeze it. And for everyone who doesn't know yet, of course, if you have a metal hook, just use it if you like it. Like a lot of you know, I don't use it, but I have it in my stash, but I don't use it because I am so used to this way. And most of the time, I have to be honest, everything is straight. So my eyes, even when they altered, they are still very great in looking if everything is in the straight line or not. So I'm going to do again 5 blocks this way and again. Number 2, number 3, and number 4. And number 5 is the closure up again. And again, squeeze it. And we take 5 blocks again. This way. And we're going to do glue over here. And over here. And the last one again, squeeze it. Press it together. Get your piece of old towel and wipe away the glue you don't need. And again, redo it. If the blocks are going out of each other, you can so easily make a nice straight line again. Because wood glue is always very forgiving. You just need to adjust again and you already have your piece. Of course, let this dry for a little moment. I have my 4 pieces of 5, but I think it's a little bit too small for my for my bottom of my village. So I'm going to do 1 extra, maybe later on even 1 extra, but I'm starting with 5. 4 I think is much too small. So I'm going to do 1 extra over here, squeeze it. Press it down and wipe away the glue again. And we're going to let it dry also in like this one. I gave them a couple of minutes. I'm going to turn them and I'm going to look for which one is fitting the best together. Just place them together and look for if you like everything is coming together. I think I'm almost right. I have to push up a little bit, but you will see that in a moment. We do some glue on the sides and on here. And on number 3 and the last number 4, because number 5 is again the closure up. We're going to make a straight line and we're going to squeeze it, and again try to squeeze a little bit harder so maybe the gaps are here, they can fill up a little bit of the space they still have like this. And you see already everything is closed up right now and everything is straight. So I'm really happy with, with this because the blocks normally are very crooked sometimes. You know what I mean. So I'm going to place it over here And I'm going to look, before I'm going to give it a little bit of a thicker look, but I don't want to use, of course, you can double it up with this piece, then you do 5 times 5 blocks, but I think that's 25 blocks is a little bit too much, so I'm going to try to just do make a round around it, so not totally. So I hope I can make it, just give the look that it is double, but it isn't double. But you see already, he is not wanting to do what I want, so I'm going to go for this. I'm just going to look for if I can make it. You see already, I am lucky. So I'm going to make 2 rows of 5, like this. And we make 2 rows of 1, of course, of 2 rows of 2, of 1 loose block. So again, this is number 1, and number 2, number 3, and number 4, and number 5 is the closure up again. Squeeze them together very carefully. This way, squeeze it and make a nice straight line again. And just feel with your fingers. That's always the best thing to do. Just feel with your fingers. There you feel the best. At least normally you feel the best in your fingers. And number 4 again. Place them together. Squeeze it. And again, try to get a straight line. I have to work with this one. And again, I'm going to go over it. And I'm going to go over here and here again. And make sure that we wipe away the glue and we give it a couple of minutes drying. So I gave it a couple of minutes. Now we're going to do some glue in the middle over here, and we're going to place it on the ending over here. Make sure that you have a straight line. Give it some pressure over here. We're going to build this one, some glue in the middle, and we're going to place it over here. We do here the same, and place this one, of course, over here. And again, squeeze it in, and also give it a little bit of pressure over here. Then the hot glue of your wood glue stays better in place. Feel with your fingers, and then very easy, we do some glue on this one, and we're going to turn this one also over on this side. And we're going to place it on top. Very easy. And now we have a thicker look of a thicker bottom, but we only used a couple of blocks and not too much, or else it takes much more blocks than right now. So we give it a couple of minutes drying again. This is drying. We are going to take 6 blocks. This is 3, 5, 6. We're going to make a row of 6. And number 2, number 3, and number 4, and number 5, and number 6 is the closure up again. Squeeze it, press together, and make a nice straight line. We're going to again for 6 blocks, 4, 5, 6. We do the same, and this is number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5, and again squeeze it with number 6, and again we're going to place this aside. We're going to get 3 blocks. This is number 1, number 2, and number 3. We're going to do again 3 blocks, very easy, 2, 3, and 4. Number 3 is the closure up. Again, 1, 2, and 3, and the last 3, so we need 4 pieces of 3, and number 2, and again squeeze it, squeeze, and this one, and this one, and again make sure that you have a straight line, and go over with your piece of kitchen towel over it. And make sure that you wipe away the glue you don't need. And again over here. We're just going to work with it again. And over here. And we're going to give this a couple of minutes. Now we're going to go over here. We are going to double it up. We do some glue over here. We're going to place this one on top of here. Make sure that you have it in a straight line again. We're going to do some glue on this one. We are going to place this one up. We're going to do here the same. And we place this one up over here. And we're going to give it a little pressure over here, and this one also, and this one, because we want to be sure that everything sticks together, because this will be a church. We're going to place it on the side. We do some glue over here, and we're going to place this one against here. So very easy. And over here, and we're going here the same, place it on the side, and we're going to do some glue this way, and we're going to place this one also against here. And we get 2 loose blocks. We do some glue on here in the middle, place it on top of each other. We're going to squeeze it like this, and we're going to do some glue on the top and some on the side, and we're going to place them in here like this. And then you're going to work with your fingers and feel where it is a straight line or where it needs a little bit of push of. You just feel it. It has to be nice and smooth on each side over here. And then we're going to let this dry, and later we're going to make the point of the church, because this will be the church. The next one will be, you don't even see that it is right now, it will be a church. Of course, with a lot of imagination, you can see a church in it. We are going to do 3 blocks together like this. The next one will be a tower, and number 3, we're going to go again for 3. Of course, when you want to do it fast, the blocks are not working with you. I can assure you that. This is 3, and of course 2 and 3, and we're going to have already 3 pieces, and we need for the front, we need 4 pieces of 3, and again squeeze them, and we are going to wipe away, squeeze it, squeeze, and again also over here a little bit of pressure, and we're going to place them aside because we need to double it up, and we're going to double it up with 3 blocks, again 3, and over here 3, and the last 3. So it's so easy to make your own cute little village, and you can use it all year round. You can make it for the spring season, maybe for the 4th of July later in the year. That's the greatest about this kind of DIYs. You can use them for anything and color them also in every color you like. And this is a number 3, and this is so easy to make. And again, squeeze it. And this one, and then we're going to give it a couple of minutes rest. We're going to lay our bottom apart, and of course the church will be over here. What we're going to do, we're going to glue on top of each other, so very easy. Place this on top. We're going to do here the same. Place this one on top. We're going to do here the same, and again over here, and we're going to do this one over here. And we're going to wipe away our glue off our table, or else we are going to glue everything on, on each other. Again, squeeze it, squeeze, squeeze, and again, we're going to do it this way, because we want to make a tower. We're going to make sure the blocks are this way, and again, over here, and we're going to turn this one. And we're going to place this on the side. We do some glue over here, place it down. We get this one, place it up, do some glue, and we're going to place this one in front of this one. We're going to do this one on the side, and we're going to place it over here, and the last one, of course, also some glue, and make sure that everything is squeezed together in a nice straight line again. And of course you can turn it now and make sure that you feel with your fingers the shape you need. You need one long piece, and later we're going to make a tower from it. And again, press it down. And I think I have it in a nice straight line again. And we're going to place it on top. And now we're going further with the another little house. Now we're going to make another house, but we are going to do 4 pieces. This is a number 2 and a number 3, and a number 4 is the closure up. We're going to place them over here. Again, 4 blocks. 1, 2, and the number 3. And now for the front, the last of 4. This is 1, number 2, and number 3. And especially this DIY is so great if you are not really a great DIY, or maybe a DIY doesn't do it often. I am also just an amateur. Don't worry, I'm just an amateur like everyone else is, and I just always try it, and I have really no clue how it will end. But if you are new here and you are not really a DIY, then this one is really for you to make. This is really so easy to do, and the blocks are very forgiving because you can do so much with them. And again, 4, and this is the last of 4 pieces. And again, squeeze it together, and this one and this one, and of course give everything a little push and just wipe away the glue you don't need. And over here, and you see already my blocks are already out of each other, but it doesn't matter, just make a straight line again. That's the great thing about this glue, you can readjust it so many times. So I'm going to let this dry in also. We gave it a couple of minutes, and we're just going to do some glue on the top. We're going to place this over here, we're going to do some glue over here, and we're going to place this one on top, and over here some glue again, and place this one also. I do a little bit glue over here and place this one, and again give it a little bit of pressure, and give also here and here, and we're going to place it on the side, and we do this one on the side to make sure that everything is sticking. So we do some glue over here and over here, and we're going to place it down, and we're going to place this on top, and again we're going to give it a little bit of pressure on the blocks to make sure that we get a nice total block, and this way. And you see, just feel with your fingers. I also feel with my fingers where I need to push it and where it needs a little bit of straighten out. So again this way, and we're going to let this dry in also, and then we're going to do the last 2 little houses. Now we only get 3 blocks, and we do over here, and again 3 blocks. This is 1, 2, and number 3 is the closure up, and we need to double it up. So we have again 3, and the last for this house is also 3. And of course you can make as much houses as you like, but I think I'm going to keep it with this one, but maybe later I will make another one. But first I'm going to keep it with this one and look for how it will look on my little bottom. So again, give it a couple of minutes. We have our 4 pieces, and again we're going to do some glue over here, place it on top. We do with this one the same, and we're going to place this one on top also. We're going to do it on the side, give a little bit of glue over here, and we're going to place them against each other, and we're going to give all of them, all the pieces we are going to leave overnight because later I have to make some roofs out of it. So then I have to be sure that everything is totally dried up, and you only get it when you leave it a night over. And then we see how the roof will turn out. Of course, you don't have to wait that long. You will see it in a second. Yes, I told you I would let it dry, and I am going to let it dry, but I'm still debating with myself. I think I'm going to do 2 pieces of 5, and I'm going to make an extra house because I think I am going to need it, and I think I can better make already a house than I later decide that I have too little. So I'm going to do 1 of 5 again, and this one will be later in the length and not in the widest side. Of course, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. And again, squeeze it like this, and we do it a little bit faster. That's why I do already some glue over here to do it a little bit faster for you, and place it on top of here. And we're going to let this dry in also. So again, this way. So now we have enough houses, and you see in a moment how I do it with my jigsaw. And you see already on the table are all the parts we need for our little village over here. And it will be so nice because this is just a nice piece you just can place anywhere in your decor. So I'm going to place this apart. What we're going to do, we're going to take our 5 pieces and we're going to give it a roof. So I'm going to go for the church. I'm going to go from this block, from the top of the block over here, from this point to the middle, and from this to the middle over here. And I'm going to do here also from the second block over here, and I'm going to do here the top also for the tower over here, and for this one halfway, and for this one also over here. And I'm just going to get my ruler and of course my marker, and I'm going to mark it out with my pencil, but I won't bore you with that. You see in a moment how I marked it. So I made my lines, and you see already this is the roof of the church and this is from the tower. Very easy, very simple. Just make your lines where you want to have them and how pointer you want to have your roofs. So I'm going to go to my garage and I'm going to cut it out. I use my jigsaw. You can use a hand saw. You can ask maybe your husband or maybe someone else. But of course, I use my jigsaw from the Lidl. A lot of you already know he is so inexpensive, and you can easy work with it. And he was only, I think, around the 40 euros, is similar like dollars. So, but I bought it even cheaper. But of course, now in these days, everything is a little bit more expensive. So, but he is still such a nice price. So if you have the chance, maybe you can look for in the Lidl for your jigsaw. I'm going to go and saw it out. So now we have, of course, our pieces of our house, and you see already the church looks already a lot more than a church. What we're going to do, we're going to give it a roof. I have here this kind of children's wood, this from a building set, and I just bought a couple of them. So, and I only use the pieces of wood. Of course, you can use anything for your roof. You can choose, of course, what you want. I'm going to use this too. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to place them against each other like this. And I'm just going to measure out where I want to have it. I want to have a little piece of overlay over here. So I'm going to take this size, place them against each other this way. And I'm going to mark this way so I can know where I want to have my cut from my jigsaw. So like this. And for this three, all 3 of them have the same size. So this is very easy to cut. So I'm going to cut all the pieces of the roof. So I have my pieces for the roof. What I'm going to do, I'm going to place this one aside. I'm going to get a piece of kitchen towel. I'm going to place my rooftops on here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my shoe polish in the black color. And I'm going to get a small brush and I'm going to go over the roof before I'm going to glue it on top. So like this. And the greatest thing about shoe polish is that it doesn't cover totally. And that's what we like. We don't want to cover it completely. You see already it gives a little bit of an open structure. If you don't like it, just use any paint you like. But I love shoe polish, and my mother did already so many things with shoe polish. So I don't have it from a strange person. So I'm going to do all of the pieces, let it dry, and then we're going to glue them on top of our house. After we paint, of course, also the houses. So I have colored the roofs in the black color, at least a little bit of distressed black with some shoe polish. What I'm going to do right now, of course, I'm going to get my houses, and I have here a little of the gray shoe polish, and I'm going to try to give it a nice light coloring of the gray. You see, if you wipe it away very at least go a lot of times over it, then your piece will be a little bit lighter. So I'm going to give it this kind of a distressed color. But of course, like I told you, also with the roofs, choose any color you like. So I'm going to paint all the houses, and then we only need to do the bottom. And you see already on my table, I have all the pieces in my shoe polish. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get a piece of kitchen towel, and I'm going to go over it and just make sure and polish it up that every piece of the shoe polish is gone. So you only use the color. So I'm going to go over all the pieces, and then we're going to glue them together. So, and of course we did everything with our kitchen towel to make it a smooth surface. What we're going to do, we are going to get our pieces of wood we are going to use for a roof. And of course we are going to do some glue on the sides, over here and on this side. And we're going to place it down, and we're going to place them against each other this way as high as you can to make a nice clean roof. Of course, we're doing our best, and we hope that everything will fit nicely. But of course, do it your own way. If you have a better way, just do whatever you think is right. I'm going to do all the roofs on top and glue it on our little display, but you see in a moment a quick impression. Yes, I know. I told you we are going to the quick impression, but of course I found the little leftovers of the pieces of the roof, and I thought, what can I do with it? And I'm going to try to make just a kind of a little fence in front of our houses. So I'm going to color them also again with my gray color from my shoe polish, and then we're going to glue them on top of here on front. But you see really in a moment the quick impression. But I just wanted to tell you also, don't throw away the little piece, because you still can come up with something in your head with you can still use it for in your decor. So I'm going to try, and I hope it will look okay, but you see that in a moment. You see finally a quick impression of my tumbling towel blocks, a little village for everyday decor. I am so happy how this one turned out. Of course, I hope you took out your tumbling towel blocks too and did this DIY together with me, and you have right now your own cute little home decor village for every day. And of course, if you're new here, I hope you enjoyed what you saw, and of course, if you like it, I hope you will click the red subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and it would help my channel a lot to grow. So of course, if you want to see more DIYs, come on over to my description box. There you find all the links for our DIY channels. And everyone who is here only for watching, I hope you had fun watching again. Of course, everyone, have an amazing day, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.